shit. We will never get to the promised land if you don't speak clearly. And if you don't speak with conviction, you got to speak with honesty. You have to be honest at whenever we say something, we must be honest. We have to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. And nobody can deter us from that. We are indigenous and you're not. Okay? And when they say, well, show me proof. Okay, well, where you are Paul Revere. You are Paul Revere's bloodline. That's the truth. You can just go on that alone. You can just have a whole case and you can sue the whole entire government just on Paul Revere's situation. Yeah, because they have to tell. They got to tell us, well, okay, who's Paul Revere? They got to tell the truth because it's all in the history books. They have to say, well, tell us about the midnight ride. What's up with the midnight ride? Huh? Yeah, because you were every single white person was looking out for the midnight ride. Shit. You was looking for the British that was coming to execute you. Now you in office? It's an abomination. The universe is looking at you and there's nowhere for you to run and hide when you get when these lawyers and these men get a hold of the real truth that Larry Hoover have to go face to face with the warden, literally on national TV, because we have to set an example of these people and of the people and the God people and the vampires. You guys set example. Set an example for the vampires, set an example for us, the God people, and set an example for just a damn coon more to set an example for. Because everybody have to see, every eye must see what happened to us and who we are. The people that are in office that locked up Larry Hoover are the real criminals. And they don't want you to know that. And if we don't say it, then we all die. It has to come out your mouth. You have to tell the truth. So to all my subscribers, I just want to thank you. Without you, they would never know. And the reason how they know is when they put those two clowns on stage with that slapping shit. That was because we were sending those poster magazines and they are absolutely embarrassed. They are absolutely humiliated of what we know because the poster magazines tell exactly what they are, what they did, and what they have to do. They have to come up off that television station network and hand me the deed and the keys to it so that I can announce the rules and regulations of the promised land, that this is our land, 640 acres, is to each Negro. That we receive our top of the line motorhome coach because we have to travel and see family. In 13 different promised land communities in each state, from Florida all the way up to Maine, all the way up to Canada to South America. We got to travel. And that everyone who is saying no to it have to be locked up. If you say no, if you disagree with the rules and regulations of the promised land, you have to be locked up. Okay? If you are black, you have to be locked up and you say no to this. You got to be black because you're a Moor. You're with the white race that brought them here. So you're also absolutely guilty because you go in with them. You're sitting in the office. You're sitting in the Senate. You're speaking for the UN. You're speaking for the Russians. You're speaking for the United States against the Russians. So you're in with the white people. So if a black person in office or any office disagree with what I'm saying, you have to go to prison. We'll beat your motherfucking ass. Okay? We'll bust your head to the white meat, bitch. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you the truth. We're going to kill you. And who said that? Hillary Clinton said that. She said it. She said if the American people ever found out, we're all going to hang on nooses. That's what she said. She said that. She said that and then Bush said it. Bush said it. Senior Bush said if the American people ever found out what we've done, we're all going to hang on nooses. Yes. Senior Bush said that if the American people ever found out what we've done, we're all going to hang on nooses. Hillary Clinton said if Trump ever take office, she was going to hang on nooses. That's what she said. Show you an article that says that. Show you an article that says that And that she says that if it wasn't for, let's see, what is this? This is from, let's see, okay, an email from Hillary Clinton that, let's see, she said, if that effing bastard wins, we're all going to hang from nooses. You better fix this shit. Now, that's what Hillary said. Now, Bush said, if the American people, let me see if you can see that. If the American people ever found out what we have done, they will chase us down the street and lynch us. Okay, now this is a article that was on like this fact check thing. Whenever they say, "Oh, they didn't say that. That's not what they said," then that means they really did say it. So if fact checks is saying, well, this is what allegedly it says, but they really didn't say it. No, they did, because we saw it. I saw it, and I seen it when it came out. We all seen it. So she did say it. So it doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is that they know who we are. That's the bottom line. The judge that you just seen that sentenced Hoover to prison and all these years, all those years that he have this, it's because he's the criminal. And no no Negro lawyer can come humble to court. You have to come angry because you just discovered something. It's in the Black Law Dictionary. You have to come with a discovery that you like. No, I'm gonna have this hearing, and because I demand. You got to demand shit because you just discovered some shit. You discovered that every single court judge here are criminals, and they're gonna say, how so? Because we're indigenous and you're not. Then you have to say where they're from. Are you not from here, sir? Where are you from? Where's your great grandparents from? They're gonna tell you, oh, we're from over here, and they're gonna tell you that they're not from here. The court judge that sentenced him, not only are you gonna find that they're not from here, but you're gonna find other things, other criminating things that they did to us, where they planted guns in Chicago, they planted all the drugs. This is why there's shooting in Chicago, because they locked up Larry Hoover and King Solomon and King David and all the gods. It's all by design, because now, in order to get to the promised land, we have to just stand on truth. That's it. That's all. That's all we got to do. Is whatever, every time we open our mouth, it has to be flipped around to where they say, well, you're a felon. No, you're a felon. You're a criminal. I'm not. I'm not a criminal. I'm indigenous to here. You have to start talking like that to everybody. Everybody white. Don't make them feel comfortable. You know, when you say, well, it makes white people feel uncomfortable. But they're the criminals, so who gives a fuck? They're the criminals that got you fucked up. So why would you make them feel comfortable? You're the one that's uncomfortable paying rent, being forced to pay rent, and then you're gonna, and let me tell you how they're killing us. Through the food, education, everything. So let me tell you, if you don't stand on your truth, they will kill you, and they'll know that you don't know. That's why I say I'm gonna make this television station network happen, because I already got in touch with the people that's about to do this. Please continue to send out those poster magazines, because they put the two clowns on stage to do the slapping shit, because they're absolutely embarrassed by what we know, because we sent the truth to them. It's burning them up. Now they're trying to make everybody look at this bullshit, that Will Smith shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to, no, we're not from to deter nothing. You can put up that shit if you want to, but you still have to answer to Larry Hoover. You still got to answer to all of the disciples. You know what I'm saying? Listen, even if he is set free, and let's say he said, because they just might set him free just because we've been sending those poster magazines, and they're like, we'll just set him free and leave it alone. You still got to get out your seat, because we're still under threat under your motherfucking law. We will always be under constant threat. I have to announce the rules and regulations of the promised land through the television station networks that you stole us from, because you stole our resources. Then you put the television station network on top to talk shit about us so you can lie about us. And then you would push me out so I won't say nothing. And let everybody know the real truth, that you people are criminals. And all we want is that the RV motorhome coach, 13 of them, top of the line RV motor coach, for us to distribute out to each and every Negro population that is in our area. Now, the Moors would have to go, and we would have the promised land in Italy, where they come from. Morocco and all that, be beautiful. The Moors got to go y'all got to go to Morocco. Shit, fuck out of here. And it's fine. You just yeah. Anyway, but I'm just saying we have to distribute our Jetsons vehicles to our people to learn about our resources, our land, our resources. This is our shit, our rivers, our lakes, streams. We have to learn about nature, our, animals and things that we have to take care of, animals and plant life and agriculture and our foods, to where we used to, because we have to evolve the way that we used to do before white people came to invaded our country. Before Mexicans and whites and Arabs and Chinese people came to our country, we had our own life. We had our own universities. We had universities, temples. We had stores, grocery stores. We had everything. We had everything, but they bombed our communities. Literally, they literally bombed our communities. Like, literally. They bombed our communities. Okay? And so, when they did that, they replaced theirs on there. And that's why they don't want somebody like me talking. Because they would have to be removed from the services that we need. We need certain services. But anyway, that lawyer I was talking about, we have to get it to him that maybe not, who knows, whatever. But what I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying. We can only do what we can do. We can only send out the rules and regulations to the promised land to him. Give him this email, send him this video, this lawyer man that I just showed you. I'll leave a link to that video so you can get a hold of him. I'm going to send it to him because, I'm sure he's getting a lot of clients. But what the message is to him is that he have to get his people together. And we're requesting for him to get his people together to say exactly what I'm saying. That we have to announce a hearing, a public hearing. And it has to be on national TV, okay? Where, it's like a TV series or something, and it shows the public rules and regulation of the promised land. And that you're a lawyer that's suing the public national broadcasting system like Viacom. Why are we suing? Because we're telling you we need a space for me to announce the rules and regulation of the promised land. And the promised land is not one white, Arab, Chinese person can tell a Negro person nothing. In fact, I'm talking about white a white cop, probation officer, court judge can only apply their services, rules, and regulations to their race of people. They cannot place it on the Negro race. Not at all. In fact, they cannot even come and enter into our communities at all, ever. If you have a black client, a Negro client, then you have to literally erase him off your roster. You cannot call him for nothing. You have to actually tell him, I can no longer represent your case. Why? Well, because I am not of your, he got to tell the truth. I am not of your bloodline, of your race. You have to take it up with but from here, we have to shut your case. Your case is closed. And this man had a murder case. But it's his murder on his land. It's his business that a white person have no business and no right to, have no access to. Why? Because we have a scenario of a Larry Hoover case to where white people locked this man up for nothing. White criminals locked him up, accused him of a crime. I don't care what he have in his possession. Number one, this is the crime. Larry Hoover and his boys and his minions never brought the drugs to the inner city community. It was the white people. It was the CIA and the FBI that flown it over here directly into the inner city communities. This is the reason why Bill Clinton was impeached, because he killed so many. Hillary Clinton and their minion killed so many of their own white people for not snitching, killed them off, murdered them outright, to where they had to put a scenario to where she gave him a blowjob, and that's the reason why he got impeached. No, he got impeached because he was a bona fide murderer, killing his own people for them not to snitch on what they were doing to the black community. This is what Trump said. He said, you better go look at the Mena, Arkansas case. I knew about the Mena, Arkansas case, but I was shocked that Trump said that. That's why when Hillary Clinton said, if that son of a bee ever becomes president, we're all going to hang on nooses, because he was telling about the Mena, Arkansas, that she had so many murders on her back. Okay? Because now, so that means that they set up Larry Hoover in Chicago. They set up people like Larry Hoover and all of them in Chicago because they know who they are. They are the gods of their land, and that's the truth. They are indigenous to their own land. They came here from the suns, planet Sirius, whoever, whatever, but we're indigenous to this world, and they're not. Listen, they're not indigenous, and that's what you're going to go by. And you don't have to show paperwork, but you only show paperwork to you. The only reason why you're printing out paperwork is to read it for yourself. And that when you see those motherfuckers on the streets, you're like, oh no, I'm indigenous, motherfucker. And now it's a fight now. Because now you just discovered some shit. And I'm talking about you talking to a cop or probation officer. It's like, well, Kathy, it's not that easy. I can't do it right now. That's why I say, get a hold of that lawyer. Get a hold of that lawyer, send him this video, and send him the poster magazines, so that he can understand that, sir, you have to flip how you talk. Flip it. You just showed an interview that you were accepting of their blasphemy actions against Hoover and everybody, Larry Hoover and everybody. Like, for instance, when you said, oh, well, the court judge did not, sentence him, he sentenced him to all these years, and then Trump did not pardon him. Okay, you supposed to say, these are criminals, I'm sorry. Don't even say you sorry. Say, no, I'm not sorry. These are bona fide criminals. Because how come why you won't let Larry Hoover out? Why did you even put him in prison when you already know that he's indigenous to their own land? See, you do that because you know who we are. See, they know who we are. That's why we're getting fucked up. We have to tell them, we know that you know who we are. And that's why we have to jump on you and beat your motherfucking ass. Because now it's between Larry Hoover and the warden. The warden have to, on public national TV, they have to literally publicly announce this thing here where Larry Hoover have to tell the warden, sir, I'm going to need you to hand over the keys and the deed to this prison that I'm in. Okay? And that you will remain here. You will remain in this prison. Me and my minions will be coming out, finding the ones that brought me here to put them in here. Because technically, I'm supposed to do that technically. By God's law, by universal law, by law right. By anyone's law, I have to do this to you because you're doing this to me. And who am I? I am the God of my land. I am here to oversee my children. I'm here to take care of my family. Who are you? You are the criminal that invaded my country and accused me of a crime that you did. You're accusing me of a crime that you did. So now you have to hand it over, or I have to whoop your motherfucking ass right here on national TV. I have to show an example of you. And so what will happen is, while he's mopping this court judge up on the floor, just mopping his ass up, the cameras will be switched over to me. And then I would say, okay, now, what's happening is that the reason why he's, fucking him up is because, you see, this man is a criminal. And then you pan over, okay, Hoover's mopping him up on the floor. Okay, cool. Now, he will be arrested and he will be charged of crimes against humanity. And he will be locked up. That's how it has to happen, because you have to switch the shit. You got to switch your way of thinking. Things have to be the way that it's supposed to be. You're supposed to flip the shit. They are supposed to be in jail, not you. So you have to flip it on them, and you have to speak the truth. Everything that you say is the truth, and that's why Hoover have to mop the court judge up on the floor. Mop him up. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about bust his head open to the white meat. because you know damn well who we are. You know who we are, and stop trying to be funny like you supposed to be sitting in that seat. No, you supposed to be in prison. Really, you supposed to be executed. So you better be happy that we just putting you in prison. And that's how every single black person, every single lawyer have to talk like that, especially a Negro lawyer. Now, when I say Negro, I like the word Negro. Type in sacrednword.com. Do it. Because the N-word means, God, I am here to worship you. According to a white man, when he calls you that, hello, Negro, hi, he must humble himself to you because he's telling you, hello, hi, I'm here to worship you. Go ahead, do your research. Type in sacrednword.com. You will learn that the N-word means, God, I'm here to worship you. And what does it say in the Bible? I'm not religious by any means. I'm just saying. I read it somewhere that it said in the Bible that ye are gods. Did it not say, and I'm just quoting Bobby Hemmett, did it not say in John chapter blah, 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 that ye are gods? I don't know. I'm just going by what Bobby Hemmett is saying, the master teacher, and because that's my master teacher right there. But anyway, please get this video out to the lawyer that we just showed, and then we can go and look at Don Dirk and see who Don Dirk is. Don Dirk is King Solomon in the Bible. Y'all might think, Kathy, you just stretching. Why are you lying? No, listen. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, they know who we are, and somehow, I don't know, back in the day, they must have did some remote viewing or something, because how you gonna predict what we went through? That's amazing to me. I just find that utterly amazing, because Don Dirk, this interview, where's my remote? In this interview, I want you to see this interview. I'm going to show you. In this interview, here it is. Watch this interview with him. Okay, now he's going to show you that there is a King David in here. There's a King David, and he's going to explain to him that King David was like his father. Then I had to do research on who is King David. I'm talking about in the Bible. I had to research who's King David in the Bible. Okay, now this is Vlad TV. I even had to learn who Vlad TV is. I thought Vlad was a black dude. Then when I heard him questioning him about he was questioning Don Dirk, and the way he was asking questions, then it made me think, damn, maybe he a coon. Then I had to see who is this? He's white. This is a white boy right here. He was asking some questions that was just too personal. And it was the kind of questions that, you don't ask that kind of questions, right? When you trying to uplift somebody. Vlad wasn't trying to uplift this man for nothing. And in fact, every time when Don Dirk would talk and would say uplifting things that they were doing for the community, here come Vlad saying, well, I heard you did that murder. Damn, motherfucker, did you just hear what I said? I said that we come for, yeah, I did. Let me tell you why. Because you bring in infiltrators that would rob me, that would make me have to come out myself to have to kill these motherfuckers, because you sent these infiltrators in so you can accuse me of a murder and then say, oh, see, he did that murder. This is why I'm saying, this is why on national TV, it has to be where if you let Larry Hoover free, it has to be where he has to be given the keys and the deed, because you cannot rule over us anymore. You never could. You wasn't never supposed to. It has to be where when he come out, he coming out to bring the enemies and the people who would kill him in prison. You got to get all the white people who put him in prison, because we are under threat, constant threat, from being forced to take the boom booms. That's none of our fucking business. That's why you people have to take it. 70% of y'all are already dying. Because you have to take it. The Georgia Guidestones is not lying. 7 billion of y'all have to go. And you have to leave room for nature. That's black women, black men, and nature and animals. We supposed to stay here, not you. You know what I'm saying? So do what you have to do the right thing. Even the good white people, you will be spared if you just do the right thing. You have to get a hold of your motherfucking people. Get your people. You know, especially Trump. Trump knows exactly who's who. Now, maybe he waited for a time for him to announce Larry Hoover and all that. But it has to be where what I'm saying have to come to fruition. And what I'm saying is Larry Hoover have to start talking like what I'm talking. You got to tell that warden, excuse me, yeah, okay, I'm already in here. But if I come out, it'll still be fucked up. I still won't be able to move and do anything because you got, you just, because when a person is released like that from prison, they're going to have all eyes on him that he can't move. Oh, you did something. We got to lock you back up. It's like, no, y'all got to go to prison. Fuck that. All of y'all that would accuse me of anything, accuse a black man of anything, you got to go. You got to go to prison because this is not your motherfucking land. Do you understand? That's why I say for everybody to please send those poster magazines to the main ones that got us fucked up. And that is Viacom.com, Viacom, okay? Comcast, Universal, NBCUniversal.com. Those are all the people that own all the television station networks that tells the court that puts the court judge up and says he is the criminal and he is that. NBC put that court judge up there that say that shit to make it look like it's official when the shit is bullshit. You people are criminals. You don't make shit look so important. This is the law. No, your law is criminal. And you will be destroyed based on how you're criminal and you're just out there openly being criminal. This is how you're dying. You're being exposed for your criminal element because everybody knows that the indigenous Negro race is indigenous to America and South America, Cuba, and all surrounding.